we should probably ask for your closing statements. It's about 9 minutes according to the clock. You each get 3 minutes. How we'd like to end this debate is to hear a closing statement from each of you. If you didn't get to add anything during the night, this is the time to do it. But we're going to give each 3 minutes to make a closing statement that you'd like to make to the voters of Mercer County. And we're going to start with Mr. Soseman. If you would come to the podium and make a closing statement.
Again, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight. My name, obviously, is Jason Soseman. I'm a lifelong resident of Mercer County. I grew up on a farm south of Aledo, and a few years ago, I was fortunate enough to be able to purchase that farm, and that is where I raised my 2 boys, Jeremy and Austin, and along with my wife. I'm not raising my wife. I bring something to Mercer County that we haven't seen in probably 40 years. I bring business background. It's time that we have a sheriff that understands management, that understands profit and loss, and knows how to deal with those situations that come to play on a daily basis. I do not have law enforcement experience, but I'm willing to learn whatever it takes to help improve the law enforcement end of the sheriff's department. We have deputies, they go to training, they are knowledgeable. That is what their job is to do. My job as sheriff is to administrate those employees and that budget to the best of my ability and do it for the betterment of Mercer County. I fully understand that a budget needs to be implemented in Mercer County. We need a budget, and we need a budget that we stick to. You know, if that means that we set a cap on this budget, and you go over it, there's got to be some type of ramification. We can't just continue to spend our way through life because the taxpayers don't deserve that. They deserve something better. The sheriff's duties are many. He is a manager of close to 50 employees. He is a person that also oversees the maintenance of the courthouse. But most importantly, the sheriff is an administrator, and I would greatly appreciate your vote of confidence in me to be your next sheriff of Mercer County. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Soseman. Sheriff Thompson, you have 3 minutes, sir, to make a closing statement.
I grew up in Sherrard, attended Sherrard schools, graduated from Sherrard High School in 1969, married my high school sweetheart, and Saturday will be our 39th wedding anniversary. You forget that one time. I started with the Mercer County Sheriff's Department in 1985, and I worked in the jail, I worked in dispatch. I became a patrol deputy in 1988, became chief deputy in 1991, and I was elected sheriff in 2002, re-elected in 2004, and I'm currently the Democratic candidate for sheriff in 2007. I'm proud of the job that I've done. I'm proud of the people who work for me, and I would be honored. I've been honored to be your sheriff for the past nearly 8 years. Would certainly be honored to be your sheriff for another 4 years. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Nelson, same thing, sir. You have 3 minutes to make a closing statement to the voters.
First of all, I want to thank all you people for showing up tonight. I know everybody's got a busy lifestyle, and for you guys to take time out to come and see us, I sure appreciate it. There's one thing I'm gonna take part of my 3 minutes to say, because there's a rumor going around, and I want to get it stopped because it's getting any further. I had a county board member come to me and said that if you get elected sheriff, will you take over the city of Aledo Police Department and run it and incorporate it with the sheriff's department? And I told him that would never happen. The city of Aledo, the people of Aledo would never let that happen. And I said, it'd be impossible to do. But if I'm elected sheriff and the city of Aledo would want to do something like that, to be incorporated by the sheriff's department, they could come and I'd talk to them. But I would say the people of Aledo would never go along with that. The other thing I want to say is about the new jail addition. I feel like it should have been left to the voters, brought to the voters to see if we needed it or not, instead of a few county board members making a decision on a multi-million-dollar project. And I've heard $3 million, I've heard $5 million, I've heard $7 million. I don't know what it's going to cost. I'm just worried if we're going to be able to keep it full. Other than that, I'm an independent candidate. My model is going to be, I'm taking politics out of the sheriff's office. Hopefully, with that, what I mean by that is I can work equally well with the county board members, no matter if they're Democrats or Republicans, and work together, hopefully, as a team, and try to save taxpayers some money and keep a balanced budget. All I ask is remember my name, Tom Nelson, independent candidate, Mercer County Sheriff, November 2nd. Thank you.
I'd like to say a big thank you to Pastor Darren Deemeyer and Pastor Jeff Dahmer. And can you quickly give us a little plug of what church you are pastor of your church?
I'll go first. Trinity Presbyterian Church here in Aledo. Aledo United Methodist Church.
Okay, thank you. You were great. Thank you. And I'd like to thank all 3 sheriff's candidates here. It's not an easy thing to do to get up and answer questions, but we wouldn't want a sheriff who's a free cat, really. So thank you all for participating. And thank you to everyone who came out and all the candidates that spoke tonight. This was wonderful, and we appreciate it. And have a good evening and drive home safely. And don't forget to vote November 2nd.